Welcome back. This week on KCAT, we're getting the preview on the Mr. Wildcat pageant that's this Saturday. We're bringing in another episode of Wildcat Rundown. On Gabe's Game Recap, we're going to be getting scores from soccer, baseball, softball, and golf. Lastly, we have the KCAT Music Mix-Up with some new songs. I'm Reagan Williams, and KCAT News starts right now. Every year, Mulvane High School does a Mr. Wildcat pageant for our Mulvane boys to get involved. Austin Faunensdale is going to be giving us the details about the pageant.
This Saturday is KAY's annual Mr. Wildcat pageant. 7 male students will be competing to be crowned the new Mr. Wildcat. The show consists of a beginning dance, vacation wear, a poem, and a talent. Tickets can be purchased at the door. The cost is $5 for adults and $3 for students. All the money raised will be donated to Children's International to help sponsor a child. For several years, the Mulvane KAY has sponsored Juan from Colombia. In part due to our donations, Juan's life has improved and has moved out of the program. This year, KAY is sponsoring a new kid, Elise. More details about this kid will be available during the pageant. Additionally, voting for Most Photogenic was completed during first hour today. Those who saw first hour or those who did not vote may do so by picking up a ballot in Mrs. Berg's room and voting by the end of the day today, preferably during B-lunch of Power Hour to avoid interrupting class. Austin Faunensdale, KCAT News.
Thanks, Austin. This week we have an episode of the Wildcat Rundown with Emily Barker talking about class rings and Student Choice Award information.
Welcome back to the Wildcat Rundown. I'm Emily Barker, and this week we'll be going over the sophomores getting their class rings, taking a look at Student Choice Awards, and announcements about yearbooks. This Tuesday, Christopher Curtis from Jostens was here to hand out the class rings to the sophomores that they had ordered. Curtis says class rings are very important to sophomores.
When the students walk away from us, they usually have a smile on their face because they're really happy about receiving it, and they just enjoy the day, and we hope that they enjoy the ring as much as we like giving it to them.
Many students were very excited to receive their rings.
I really love my ring. It's just black, but it has a pearl in the middle, which is actually my favorite gemstone. And so I was actually really excited for it, and I love it a lot.
I'm really excited that I got my ring. It fits great, and it looks really good.
It turned out as I expected. I put a trombone because I have been in band for 4 years, and I plan on doing it the rest of high school. And then I put the Eagle Scout logo because I have gotten my Eagle Scout already.
In addition to looking forward to class rings, students at Mulvane High also look forward to the annual Student Choice Awards. The journalism department has already started preparing for this year's award show. We are currently looking for people to audition to perform during the Student Choice Awards. A sign-up sheet is available in Mr. Abasilla's room until Wednesday, April 25th. Auditions will be held during Power Hour on April 27th in Mrs. Jansen's room. Also, we have a second sign-up sheet for trophy escorts that will also be available in Mr. Abasilla's room. This is open to all students and spots are limited, so be sure to sign up as soon as possible. Be sure to stay tuned as we will have more details about Student Choice Awards in upcoming episodes. Finally, yearbooks are now $75 and you only have until May 11th to purchase your yearbooks. Seniors who have bought a senior salute need to turn in money, any photos, and tags to Mr. Abasillo immediately.
Mr. Abasillo says if you have to ask when the deadline is, you're already too late.
Be sure to buy your yearbook today.
Wow, I'm so glad I didn't buy a yearbook. Said no one ever.
Thanks for joining me on the Wildcat Rundown. Emily Barker, KCAT News.
Thanks, Emily. On Gabe's Game Recap, Gabe Daniel is going to be catching us up on scores from baseball, soccer, softball, and golf.
Thanks, Reagan. The baseball teams hosted Wellington on April 12th. The Cats blanked the Crusaders the first game 10-0, and then they won the second game 11-5. JV fell in both games 11-2 in the first, and then 9-6 in the second. Then on April 16th, they traveled to El Dorado. The varsity teams overcame El Dorado 11-0 in the first game, then 11-1 in the second, improving their overall record to 7-5. JV won their first 2 games of the season in El Dorado, 15-2 in the first, and then 12-3 in the second. The softball teams were in action on April 12th, hosting the Wellington Crusaders. The varsity teams fell 13-7 in the first game, and then they came back and won 13-6 in the second. JV fell in both games, 16-3, and then 12-6. Then they traveled to El Dorado on April 16th. The varsity ended up winning both games, 18-9 in the first, then 18-12 in the second. JV split with El Dorado, 10-5 in the first game as they lost, and then they turned it around to win 22-13 in the second. The girls' soccer teams played El Dorado on April 16th. Varsity won 10-0, then JV won 6-0. Then on the 17th, they hosted the Collegiate Spartans, with the varsity winning 5-0, and then JV won 2-0. And on April 17th, the track and field team had a meet in Andover. Chase Millage ended up placing first in the boys' pole vault, and then CJ Johnson placed first in the boys' triple jump. That's it for this week's edition of Gabe's Game Recap. Gabe Daniel, KCAT News.
Thanks, Gabe. We have some new people on KCAT Music Mix-Up joining Bryn Cole this week.
KCAT
Music
Mix-Up.
I listened to this with my dad.
What is it?
You've never heard this?
Yeah, I've heard it. It's Jump! Yeah.
Son, I know you don't want her to go.
Music Johnson.
Someday you'll change your mind and John. Take Jimmy Johnson. Take Tommy Thompson. Take my best friend Bo. Take anybody that you want.
That song's kind of sad.
As long as she don't go, take any boy in the world.
Oh, take the girl.
It's American Pie. But Chevy to the levee was dry. Them good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, singing this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die.
That's fine. I don't either. I just know the whip. Is it whip? Whip?
Song.
Oh, this is the song they play at our soccer games, isn't it? Whatever it takes. I know that one.
Daddy drove the wheels off a flatbed Ford Flies, found a hole in the old screen door.
I said country.
The dress that my sister wore to church wasn't long enough.
Wait for the chorus.
Mama poured grease in a Crisco
I don't know this.
can, put 100,000 miles
I need to hear
on
like
Sears
the
box fan. Uncle
the
Joe
chorus
put
part of it.
tobacco in my hand where them yellow jackets tore me up.
That was loud. No. This is one of those songs that I feel like if you would have given me a microphone, how do you make money off of this? Who's this? Fall Out Boy? Yeah. Remember me? We played this song during soccer games too. I just don't know the words to it.
You're really not doing well.
Oh yeah, I like this one. Is this Dan and Shay? This isn't Dan and Shay. What's his name?
Not Thomas Rhett.
Thomas
Yeah,
Rhett? Yeah. Because she doesn't want to marry him, and he's sad. I remember.
Yes. I don't know the name of it.
Oh.
Oh, ready?
Let you up, never gonna let you down, and hurt you. This is it. How can you not like this song?
I don't have a problem with it.
She came from Wichita Heights. I'm gonna need you to rap this out.
No.
Why did we pick this song?
Because I like this song. I'm just not a rapper.
I don't know the words to it.
Not this part.
I don't either. Wanna be a baller, shot caller. I'm really surprised I'm just surprised that he found a section that was clean.
That's probably why I don't know it.
Galileo, is it Figaro? Nobody loves you. He's just a boy from a poor family. A little piano. Easy go. Will you let me go? No! Let it go! Let me go!
Alright. We are not doing well even with our own songs.
No. Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia. So that song, this is a good song. This is a good karaoke song. A good song you can jam. Aww. I've karaoke'd this song many times. So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye? Die! Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of me. You don't know this?
I'm gonna let you go with that one.
Yeah, that's the last song we got for you guys.
Perfect.
That was really good.
KCAT
Music
mix up.
Thanks, Bryn, and thanks to everyone who participated. Stay tuned next week for more game scores, information about the Wildcat pageant. As always, thanks for watching KCAT and have a good weekend.